moose path. How long do you wait for?
We were here about an hour last night. They came out about 7:15, 7:30.
You waited an hour?
Huh?
You waited an hour?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
we got here early.
was it worth it?
Yeah, I like seeing a moose.
I've been trying now for like 3 or 4 or 5 years and I haven't seen one.
You haven't?
Nope. I think they're mythological. I think everyone's trying to fool me.
Well,
It's just like it.
Like, 15, 20 years ago, you'd see them all over.
Yeah.
And then, like, 10
The
years
winter
ago,
tick
Because
has
the
destroyed them.
ticks just destroyed them.
I think it's like a jackalope. People are just kidding me.
The other thing is that I think there's 1,000 permits per year for shooting moose. Like 1,000.
Yeah, it's 3,000. I think it's up to 3,400.
They need to stop that so the moose population can get big again.
That's not what's doing it. It's the winter ticks.
I know, because the
winter
babies
ticks.
don't survive, right?
Right.
Yeah, from about here down is where the problem is. And what the problem is you got too many moose per square mile. So you have to thin them out more because it's like a small town. If somebody has
Like the bear.
like a
sickness.
has a STD, they start spreading real quick.
You think the ticks are spread by the moose?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the winter ticks are just that. They feed off each other.
Oh man.
My dad and his buddy got one in 03 in this area.
A moose?
Yeah, and it had thousands of ticks on it.
Yeah.
They'll have as many as 40,000 on an adult.
Moose.
Are there any mooses that get free of that? The northern ones?
Yeah, they don't have that problem
Oh
up north.
my god.
Like you
I
guys
see.
shot the moose last year, and I don't think I saw a single
Yeah, we
tick
didn't
on
So
have
that.
a
like
single
around
tick on
Prince
it.
Edward and places.
Where was
like
that?
We were up in Sinclair, Santa Gat.
That's caribou.
Up towards above Caribou's, up by
They said
Van Buren and stuff.
Up in Prince Edward, they got tons of moose, and they don't have those problems.
Right.
That's sad for them. Their babies don't make it, right?
Nope.
The babies get killed from it.
This year, in this area, they tagged 85. And it was over 90% kill rate.
The babies all died.
Yeah,
Oh
most
my
of them.
god.
So 90%,
Over 90%
85.
of them died.
So about like 5 of them survived.
Jesus. So like trying to see a moose down here is almost.
It's gotten hard, but if you sit like on a place like this for a little bit in the evening, you'll see them, or first thing in the morning. As long as you don't have like people coming up, slamming the doors, honking the horn,
Diesel.
dogs barking,
I can't believe people just bring dogs everywhere because that scares away everything else. Like this morning, he was feeding a baby deer, like he was trying to, and the baby deer is just hanging out, and then a bunch of people were walking their dogs, and I don't know where the deer went. It took off.
Oh yeah. Well, the yip yip dogs are the worst, the little ones. My labs are pretty decent. They don't tend to bark, but
Shut
like
the girls.
Beagles.
yep, the hounds and the stupid yip yip dogs I call them. I call them purse dogs.
So you're saying like a shepherd or something that will be quiet?
Yeah,
Most of the time.
if they're
Trained right.
halfway trained to behave.
They're not
right.
hyper.
Yeah.
And they don't like to howl and do all that.
Right. The only time they start barking is like if there's
An intruder.
Yeah, something like that, or they sense something
threatened.
wrong.
Pit bulls don't really make too much noise either.
Depends. Some of them I've seen some that do that high pitched barking crap they do.
Oh, because they're terriers.
Huh?
Because they're terriers.
Maybe.
Their pit bulls are terriers.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
So it's not all of them, but some of them, and when they do bark, it's a high pitched bark.
But they tend not to be too hyper compared to other dogs.
No. Like a Brittany, they're hyper.
I mean, if we brought the old dog down, he probably would just sit by our side and just watch.
That's cool.
Well, he's old.
Yeah, but he still would do that. They had last year. They had one hang itself off the bridge.
A dog?
No, the moose.
What do you mean hung himself?
She fell over the side and got her legs caught in the railing, so she was hung upside down until she died.
Where?
Yeah.
The bridge down over Roach River.
That must have been something to see.
Yeah,
Yeesh.
because it takes a minute to get it down.
Did they have to cut it down? Oh, did they lift
They
it up with a
probably-
rope?
They probably used a rope to lift it because they don't want to drop it in Roach River because it's like one of the
Drinking?
biggest trout, salmon,
Uh,
fisheries. That's why it's all catch and release only, and fly fishing only.
Because the moose will rot and cause.
Well, just not just so much that as much as if they have to go in with anything to pull it up out of the water, then you're disturbing the habitat.
Oh.
You might have chemicals off the cables from the winches and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're wicked strict about stuff in the water here.
That's good.
Like the dummies that will go out on thin ice with pickup trucks. It's $10,000 a day.
Fine. If
Yep.
they do it.
Yeah, if it's in the water. Yep.
Oh, if they fall in?
Yeah. If they die, the family has to pay it.
Really?
Yep. Wow. CPA or DEP finds them.
Your loved one's dead. And here's your bill.
Yep. I've been up here since '92, and I've only driven on the ice twice, and the ice was thick enough to land a 747 on it. It was over 36 inches thick,
used to be. Yeah.
and it's still sketchy as all get out.
I mean, I've driven a snowmobile on ice before, but that's a snowmobile.